Yo, 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 people, what's good? It is me, Jason Gooner. We are back in the studio and welcome back to Jason Gooner TV. Please remember, it is YouTube that you are watching, so you have to find the like button. Please do find the like button, share, and also subscribe if you are new. This is the place where you get football the real way. Yes, so tonight, another live watch along. This time it's another spicy round of 16 clash, this time from the legendary Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. We have Mexico hosting England. So it will be for all the marbles, obviously you have to win or you go home. My team has already gone home from the round of 32. We saw many other people favorite team go home in the first game today. That was Brazil falling 2-1 to Norway and Erling Haaland. Haaland just proving why he is no doubt the best striker in the world at the moment. Doesn't need to be a huge part of the game, but he will turn up inside that 18-yard box or in and around it. So we are back, people, for some more football. I have been a huge fan of what Mexico has been able to do in this World Cup, but something changed. I don't know what it was, but I just have this feeling that England is actually going to turn up and have a decent performance. And even if they don't have a decent performance, I just think they're going to win the game. I don't know where I'm getting this from, people. It doesn't really make sense logically based on how the two teams are playing. But I don't know. I just have this feeling like they're going to find the result. I think Harry Kane will be a big reason for that. And I also think Bellingham will turn up today as well. But look, that's why we watch the football games, because I could be wrong. I was wrong about Brazil. I thought Brazil was going to take it home today, but Norway did get the better of Brazil today. So that was the first round of 16 game that I would have predicted wrong. And tonight, I think will either make my day a decent day or a horrible day, because I did go with England in this round after pretty much not thinking that they would do anything in this round. But tonight, L3, they are the underdogs by the betting public, or not the betting public, but the odds makers have put them as the underdogs. I would argue that maybe England is, even though they have, obviously the more, easily recognizable names on their squad. But yeah, I just think this game has the potential to be a classic game, because I think England can kind of play this game. I wouldn't say with nothing to lose, because I think if they lose, it would still be a big story that Mexico beat them. But I think going into this game, Mexico, are kind of, especially in this Azteca Stadium with the fans there, they're expected to win. They're expecting to win this game tonight. So let's see how it turns out. I think sometimes your home fans obviously can give you a huge boost. And what is going to be interesting tonight, I won't be having the sound on, but if this game is not in Mexico's favor in the second half and time is getting closer to the end, even in the first half, they haven't scored yet and they're playing the better football, which I actually do think will happen. I think England will have to really dig deep and defend for stretches of this game. They haven't really shown a propensity to shut out teams in this World Cup so far. Of course, they played one team and got a clean sheet. That was Ghana, mainly because Ghana came to play defense themselves in the World Cup. But again, I don't know, man. I just have this feeling like England somehow is going to put together some kind of performance today and win. And even if it's not a great performance, I think they'll have enough moments in the game based on the quality players that they have that will get them over the line. But we shall see. It should be a good one. Let me get the lineup on screen if you guys don't know how that looks. We are literally at kickoff now, because the anthems are happening right now as we speak. Remember, people, support me by hitting the like button. Hit the like button. All right. Before I get to the names on the team sheets, I'll have it on the screen there so you can see it. Milky Moo in the building. Big up yourself. Bless up, MF Wagwan. I've said it before. Joga Bonita is dead. Yeah, Joga Bonito. Those days are not really right now. Vamos, Chilaquiles. Viva Mexico, says Omar Sanchez. Big up yourself, Omar. Good luck to you and L3 tonight. Look, I would not be angry if Mexico won the game tonight. I have to be honest. If they do beat England, it is what it is. We have players that need a rest. It's about wear the jersey, but no, I think I just have this feeling that England is gonna get by. Mexico have this round of 16 thing in them brain, and the fans know that as well. So if things don't go their way first 30, 40 minutes, you know, the crazy crowd can turn into anxiousness, you know, anxiety can start to come through with the fans. But let me go ahead and detail the starting lineup. Rangel in goal has been very good for them in this World Cup so far. Johan Vasquez and Cesar Montes, the preferred centre-back pairing. Montes captains the team in the absence of Edson Alvarez in the midfield, who again sits on the bench. Jesus Gallardo at left back. Pretty much if Mexico is playing a football match, you can just close your eyes and know that Gallardo will be playing left back. You have Jorge Sanchez at right back. Eric Lira, who has been preferred to Alvarez in midfield, I think rightly so based on how he's playing, is going to be the central part of that midfield. Luis Romo will partner him and have a little bit more license and freedom to get forward. And then Gilmora will have the free role in that midfield. You'll see him pop up on the right and the left in the central channels. He pretty much has the license to try to find space in that midfield, and started out the last fixture very, very well. Let's see how he starts this game tonight. Quinones off the left has been the danger man up front. Deadly striking ability from inside the box, outside the box. Very direct player as well, but also understands moments pretty well. If he doesn't see that he has anything to go forward with, he will keep the possession. I think he's a good decision maker in the middle third as well. Good ball retention. So that's something that could be key today for Mexico. Roberto Alvarado, kind of an Aguirre favorite. Whenever he is the coach of the national team, you're going to see him playing. And Alvarado has repaid the manager, you know, with some good performances so far. Good eye for a pass. Left foot is deadly as well, so can put the ball into spots that most can't. And then Raul Jimenez, you know, it was widely reported that Pickford is his favorite goalkeeper to face in England. I think he's played against him 12 times and scored 6 goals or something like that. So they were, you know, found that stat interesting. He'll be facing Pickford tonight and will be looking to continue his good run in this World Cup. Then we look at the England side. There was a lot of talk about who will play right back. It looks like Kwanzaa is fit enough to start. So Jed Spence drops back to the bench. Reece James not fit enough to start this match either. Jordan Pickford in goal, of course. Would like to forget that goal that he conceded against Congo. Need him to be better tonight if they're going to get the win. Ezra Konsa and Mark Gahey have looked good at times, have struggled at times. Which version of those two will we get tonight under this pressure? I do expect a couple of mistakes in the game. It's just a matter of can Pickford save them on this day. But Gahey of the two has been better. I think Gahey needs to take on more of a leadership role, be more vocal, really move around his defenders. I think when you look at how they conceded that goal against Congo, I think it was a lack of communication that was the main problem in that play, because, of course, Spence has to come central to lessen that gap between him and his closest centre-back. But the communication by Spence to his midfield or to Madueke or to anybody was non-existent. They'll need to get that right tonight if they're going to defend better against this Mexico team, which, you know, haven't really created that many chances in this World Cup. But, you know, obviously, if you give them the openings, I think they will be able to do so. So they'll have to be much better, you know, positionally than I've seen them at times in this World Cup. Then the pivot of Rice and Anderson has gotten a lot of criticism from a lot of pundits over in England, saying that they're a bit too safe, they don't really drive the team forward enough. Let's see if that has been taken on board, or we see more of the same today. Then we have Saka getting his start on the right. Everybody says that maybe he's not fit enough to be starting, but Tuchel did not waste any time tonight. He went ahead and started him. Bellingham in the central area will have the free role, and then Anthony Gordon is preferred to Marcus Rashford after his 2 assists off the bench in the last game. And of course, the captain, the talisman, Harry Kane on 5 goals. He's looking up and seeing Haaland, Mbappe, Messi on 7 goals. Will Harry Kane equal that goal scoring mark tonight? We will find out. Big up yourself. Go on, Machi. Big Back TV in the building, you know. Yeah, man, people. So make sure to smash up the like button, share, subscribe. We are going to make this screen a little bit different. Yeah, we're gonna put that right there, have the score right there, so you guys can see, and I will update it, of course, if a goal does happen. We're gonna leave the team sheet right there on the screen. I'm actually watching this one on Telemundo. I definitely prefer how they do their coverage. Hydration breaks do not have commercials, which I thoroughly enjoy. They'll at least show the stadium, show some plays that have happened before the break. So yeah. Up, full, up, full, up, full. Let me share this video because I never shared it, you know. I need to do that. May I tell everybody for share? I mean share. And the game has kicked off. They go back to Pickford from the kickoff. He will boot it up the field. So England do not adopt the strategy of kicking it out of play and trying to pin the team in. Instead, just kick a long ball towards the box. Ranhel didn't look all the way comfortable dealing with it, but he did punch it away. And it's going to be interesting how England deal with the first part of this game. Looks like they're not really messing around with playing any football around the back. They've played 2 direct balls from Pickford all the way down the field. And I'm interested to see as well, is Mexico going to be as ambitious in the high press as we're seeing them in this World Cup so far early in the game? Ooh, a bit of a late boot to the head, and Rice will be getting a yellow card early in this fixture. That's not the best thing in the world to happen. And he wasn't fully committed to it. He kind of knew if I stretch for this, there's a chance I could catch somebody. But oof. I think Rice knew it right away too. He put his hands up, had that guilty little smirk on his face. I think that they're probably going to ask the Mexican players to the referee, hey, so Tuchel is not happy that he gets a yellow card after 1 minute, and in fairness to Rice, I mean, Romo's head is lower than his shoulders. So maybe that's why, you know, they can't upgrade this to a red or anything like that. But if Romo does get there first, which it looks like he does, I mean, it was pretty close though. It's a real, you know, really close play. So I don't know what you guys thought about that. I think Rice was noticeably late on that. I don't even know. I mean, let's go. Mexico says, RR. Hail up, Slingstone. Oh, go on. It's been a sad, melancholy day for me. Just got a deja vu from when Germany beat me in the 2018 World Cup. Brazil and Ancelotti let me down bad. It not look good. Well, Slingstone, to be honest, man, I mean, just analyze your team and how them play and the players on it. And I mean, I think the writing was on the wall for Brazil. You know, they never look. I don't know. Here's Mexico and the attack. Good. This is really the first time England pushed back into their box defending. Here's Alvarado trying to overload this right-hand side, but England have good coverage and players on this side, so not getting overloaded. 4 England players kind of in a box over here trying to prevent the overload, so they did well to force Mexico to reset to Montez. Here is Lira. Lira finds Sanchez, now Alvarado. Alvarado kind of boxed in, but good close control, beats 3 players, but then cleaned up by Anderson. Here's Gordon being pressed. Gordon went down, and he's earned a foul right outside his own penalty area. Tuchel say, yo, him never know about it. Him don't know why he missed that one there. Him never get none. He says it's not true, though. Up full, Jagans, up full. Was that even necessary? But I don't. Was it a tackle though? I think he was trying to. I don't know if he was trying to control the ball or kick the ball forward. I'm not sure. Hope Mexico can win and revenge way against Norway. Yeah, I mean, Them have to go see cause Norway will be full of confidence now from this point. Yeah, they just weren't that good. I had one. They just weren't. I mean, they were decent, but not great. Gay looked like he might have got himself into trouble, but he got out of it well. Throw to Mexico. Here's Vasquez, one of the top defenders in the Serie A the last few seasons. Consistent player. Gonna give you at worst about a 6.57 out of 10. Randall finds the space. Here's Mora. Acres of space to turn. He's in his own half. Being closed down, but gets out of pressure easily. Lira. And now finds some space for Alvarado. He has vacated the right flank and gone to make up some numbers in the midfield in the build-up. So one thing I've noticed with this system from Mexico, it's not a fully rigid system. They like to get their width for the most part from their fullbacks. That's cut out. Bellingham being crowded out of it, and he actually earned a foul. Leg of the ball now, brother. Yeah. I understand why you move so keen. Because why is the man holding the ball? Is your free kick and the man hold on the ball? He know what he's doing. So Lira called for the pull of the jersey. The foul happens. He wants to pick the ball up and take it away somewhere for no reason. And Kane is like, give me the ball. And the referee talking to Kane. So he spoke to Kane and Lira there. Lira's like looking confused, like, why? Why are you trying to get the ball from me? But obviously, he just wants to restart the play. Here's Gay. And Mexico is not giving them any time to do anything. The referee has called a foul. I think England are trying their best to not have the game flow at the moment. I don't even know if they're trying that, but the game has no flow at the moment. Mexico, it looks like when the defenders have the ball, they just want to make sure they close them down. But once that ball gets into any midfield area, they are pressing like wolves for that football. In these areas here, they kind of let England pass, and it's really just the calm before the storm. Yeah, man, more serious out there. They're gonna get that. But this England, I could have predicted that England would try to do this at times. As well played by O'Reilly. Here comes Bellingham on the run down to Gordon. Gordon getting doubled up now, but won't let them kind of key in on him, and that is a corner off of Sanchez. And this is an area of the game where I think England can possess an advantage. Mexico is not, man for man, the tallest team in this World Cup. England, on the other hand, have some big players: Kane, Bellingham, Kwanzaa, Gay, and good set piece takers in Rice and Saka. So, this could be an area, set piece FC, could be. Nothing to lose, Jagans. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. And Brazil have the weight of the giant legend teams on their shoulders every time they play. And England go short, unbelievably. Into the box now by Saka, and that's over everyone. Why wouldn't they just put the ball in the box from the kick? Stupid. Now, if they score from that, then, obviously they're geniuses, but that didn't happen. So Mexico, with the ball in their own half, they go direct, controlled by Anderson, back to Konsa, over to Gehi. Well played there by England. Gehi with time. Pass it to Anderson. Anderson on the ball. Plays it wide to Saka. Saka faces up. Gets the run from Kwanzaa. Doesn't give it to him. Goes back to Rice. Rice back to Kwanzaa. There's Gehi. Gehi looking. Finds Kwanzaa. England again with the slow build up here. Saka now wide. 1v1. He just turns it back to Rice. Rice switches the field a bit into his own half. Gehi over to O'Reilly. Bit of space for O'Reilly to look. Trying to find a pass. He just goes wide to Gordon. Gordon has Bellingham wide. Doesn't use him. Cuts in field. Goes back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly just resets back to Gehi. Gehi now to Anderson. Anderson in the center circle. Plays it wide. This is Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa. Saka made a run but didn't use the run. Kwanzaa. Over to O'Reilly. O'Reilly a bit more central now. Plays it wide to Gordon. Gordon looking upfield. Bellingham started his run but slowed it up. Lira. Silly play from Lira there. So Lira saying he was getting stepped on by Bellingham, but I think he couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to try to sell the foul or not. So in the end, he just dribbles it out of play. Here's O'Reilly. Try to. I never just throw it to Elliot Anderson. Absolutely not. I had one. It was a waste of pick. Should have took Joe Pedro. The dignitaries in the box there with Infantino. So Hugo Sanchez, Jorge Campos. Couldn't really tell who were the English people there. Yeah, I think Jagans, what happened was when he never threw it to Anderson shot right there, the time was running out. You know, them have the 5-second clock like in basketball now. So I think Anderson said, hey, hurry up and throw it. And him just kind of panic and throw it out. Even though Gordon looked like him should have get on the end of it. Poor pass by Quinones. Here's Gordon, and that was an equally poor pass by O'Reilly. I don't think Gordon wanted the ball there. Back in possession for Mexico. Here's Lira over to Vasquez. Back to Lira, right on the center circle. Here is Mora. Mora finds Jimenez. Jimenez inside. Romo. Good feet to get through two players. Alvarado resets to Montes. Montes over to Vasquez. Montes again. Now Alvarado. Over the top from Alvarado, and that's too straight. That had to have been really perfect to connect that one. Kwanzaa back to Kwanzaa. So Kwanzaa and Kwanzaa start today. Not the best, and they're literally playing beside each other. Here is Anderson. O'Reilly. Bellingham. Drifting out wide. O'Reilly. Why is every player on the field drifting to the left? Kwanzaa. This is actually not the worst thing that England is doing, because you just want to just slow down the pace of the game a bit, you know, let the fans continue to whistle, which I'm sure they're whistling when England is on the ball. Over the top, looking for Saka. This isn't the worst ball in the world. Saka cannot control a football. Saka control the ball now, man. Jeez, I'm Saka, you touch poor, brother. Ball, let's go a little further than him. Chaja. That's a searching ball there. Looking for Gallardo. Here Saka gets to it, but Gallardo gets there first and then does well to shield it out. Let's see. Gallardo was upset. Ooh, it was pretty close. It was pretty close. I couldn't tell who that was off. I couldn't tell who that was off, but it looked very close. So still 0-0 on my screen, about 14 minutes now. Goal kick to England. Bellingham and the England team seems to be the only one who wants the ball and not hide from the ball. I think Elliot Anderson clearly wants to be on the ball all the time too, because he's always available. Declan Rice hides. And I've said that when he plays for Arsenal at times. He don't really like having the ball. He wants to arrive in areas where the ball is. He don't really want to get the ball per se. He will get it, but Alvarado almost got his pocket pick there. But in the end, he just got it away in time. Lira to Vasquez now. Vasquez into Roma. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez in acres of space looking for a pass. He'll switch to play to Sanchez. Sanchez has a lot of room. Here's Sanchez now, has Alvarado wide. He's going to put the same with his left foot. Of course he is. Good header. What a save by Pickford. What a header by Raul Jimenez. A diving header. And I don't, like, sometimes I wonder, do these teams, well, they must scout the players. But Alvarado, when he gets the ball in that area, wants to do one thing. That's a hell of a save, The grass is slick as well, so that skipped off the ground. Good save from Pickford there. And Pickford is that type of keeper, because he didn't keep so well in the last game, he will have a good game today. See that for Everton all the while. And probably have 2 good games in a row. Then the semi-final, if them reach there, they have to worry a little bit. I'm not going to have 3 in a row. That was a wicked save I had one. Very good save. But they need to know that Alvarado wants to do one thing if he can get the ball so far up the field on the right. He's just trying to find an angle to whip it in on that left foot. That's it. You don't have to guess what I'm going to do. It was a big save too. First one was a big one. So the closest scoring a goal so far is definitely Mexico with that cross and header by Jimenez. Quinones. And what England shouldn't do in these moments is be too conservative. They have to, I know they're playing at altitude and maybe they're thinking a bit about energy conservation, but it can't be too easy for Mexico to just go through their field. And that looks like Gallardo was onside. Couldn't keep it in and control it, but he does avoid the goal kick. So it'll be a throw deep in England's half. Sherwin Tom said England win. All right. Let's see. Actually think they will win too. But based on how the game start out, boy, can you honest bust up Kwanzaa salad, but it never work out. I was going in near post. Hell of a save. Hell of a save. RRC Mexico 2-1. All right. Vasquez wins the first ball. Falls to Anderson. Anderson on the ball. Anderson wins a throw. So it's been quite a rise for Elliot Anderson this season. Definitely did not want to lose Anderson, did Newcastle, when he got bought by Forest. And then Forest turned around and cash in. I think it's what, 118 million pounds or something like that. So that's poor from Anderson and Rice. Played into the middle. Well done. Winning that ball in midfield is Vasquez. Turns and finds Romo. Romo over the top to the wing. Here is Quinones. Quinones lays it off to Mora. Mora now looking for a through pass. What can he find? Plays a good one too. He's on the top of the 18. And Rice blocked that shot attempt. Here is Saka. Plays it to Kane. Kane back to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa goes long. The referee doesn't like the reaction from Montez. Montez didn't like the call. Bellingham finds the joke in it all. Pickford, see the man right there beside you. See the man right beside you there. Just give him the ball. Huh? Yeah, a long time. Run Paname's garden. Ratty the man just run left the man. Handball referee! Handball! They don't call that trailing hand when you slide. Them don't call that. Brother, Garden just say, yo, me I go run past a boy. Sanchez said, please don't keep running. Please. Sanchez is not slow either. That was just speed. Kick and run ball game. So the height advantage there by most players evident. Look at O'Reilly and Sanchez. O'Reilly taller than their keeper by some distance too. Bellingham over Gallardo. I mean, everybody is going to be taller. Rice goes direct into the box this time. Okay, he just ran under the flight of that one. I think he knows it too. He's probably upset with himself. It's going to be a throw to England. It's the second time now England have thrown the ball out of play. Don't understand what the plan is there. Dude looks so unyoung. Yeah, second time. Yeah, like why you throw the ball outside twice? Yeah, it look like him just kick and run settings. Just kick and run settings. Simple. Montez goes direct down the field, cut out by Konsa, flicked on by Anderson. Good shielding from Bellingham. Lira does well to get back into position and turn as well. What a good play by Lira there. Mora back to Lira, wide out to Sanchez. Sanchez at Alvarado. Alvarado with some space finds Mora. Mora can turn. Goes back to Lira. Lira resets back to Montez. Montez over to Vasquez now. Vasquez taking it into England's half. Still on the ball, Vasquez. Quinones getting pressed. And a poor pass into the middle. And the referee blocked a good pass. And then he won the second ball. Ah. So that's the hydration break. So the closest anyone has come to scoring a goal, the Jimenez header from the Alvarado cross. Other than that, it's been a lot of midfield play for the most part. Pickford need Champions League ball game. Yeah, I mean, if he never leave Everton yet, I don't know. Will he ever leave? I think Prem team's probably scared of what the fee would be because he's England national keeper and you don't know the England tax and everything. But I mean, Pix has to want to leave too. Maybe he just likes Everton. He just wants to stay. Water break, yeah. This man do it a little earlier than most. Manu can sign Pickford. Yeah, they could. Is there some kind of news that's what they want to do? Football games are so unpredictable. Like them set the ball around, which is right. Yeah, I mean, we have seen it this World Cup a few times where it don't necessarily happen like what we thought. So the players going back out. All right, game start back for me. Long ball to Garden keeps it in as well. What a play! Oh, selfish Garden. Why you shoot from this up? It look like it gone still, but Sanchez having some trouble marking this youth. Easy save in the end from Rahel. Jimenez run over Kansa a while ago. Gay been solid. I think Gay probably been the better of the defenders for England so far. Kansa is the one that has been a little more, to me, him look a little more out of place. I think his defending Gay, he has been good at times. I think he's in possession, he could be better. Like in terms of like sometimes I think he lets himself get closed down when he didn't have to. But I have been impressed with his passing range. Like when he goes over the top, it's usually a dangerous looking pass. Um, but I think for what he's there to do, his main function, which is defend, I think he's defended well. Remember the first game, I think wasn't it Stones and Kanza that played? Or from the start at least. Yes, I mean, I don't think he's been one of like the best defenders, but I don't think he's been bad, you know. He's been decent. I think if he has a performance tonight, then it will look good for him, you know. God, this is probably the toughest test, at least in terms of how the team that they're facing functions and in this stadium and those things. Bellingham, you don't need to try dribble forever, brother. Pass the ball. Cheese and peas. After you beat the first set of man, them, just lay off the ball, man. Bless up, Conrad. What go on, my G? Hey, man, I met the Jorge Sanchez brother. They look ordinary, bro. Man, just fly past them. Shoo. Run down the wing and gone. Bellingham now want pass the garden trim go Barca. A crunching challenge there. Sanchez tackled the man and hurt himself. Why this referee main objective is to show up the ball at them. Stop worrying about that, man. So a throw for Mexico. Yeah, man, he's always had that passing range. You're right, because a lot of their, well, I wouldn't say a lot of their goals, but a lot of time when he used to have the ball, he used to ping them to Olise or Eze on the flank them. True, man. Or to Sar or whoever else I play up there. And that ball to Saka was almost perfect, and time it perfectly too. How many blood fire? Saka, yeah, joke. Man just slip and fall down. Montez, Lira. Back to Montez. Montez over to Mora. Mora wide to Gallardo. Gallardo. Saka to beat. Low cross. Fast to Quinones. He can't control. Here's Rice. And Rice just don't have the legs to chase that ball. I don't know why them still playing him. He can't run. Quinones does well to stay on the ball there. Lira. Montez finds Roma in midfield. Good turn. Now he plays it wide. Sanchez. Alvarado. Bellingham. Trying to close down Montez. But he finds Vasquez. Back to Montez now. Roma finding space. Alvarado lays it off. Here's Sanchez. Jorge Sanchez. Plays it back to Montez. Here is Gil Mora. Mora probing, going down the left side. Can't get back past the two Arsenal lads, Rice and Saka. Rice flips it out. Here's Romo, and that strike is well over the top. England undermine Mexico. Mexico look limitless. Mexico play ball though. Mexico are growing to the game. England better be careful. Yeah, so England was doing a job early on of kind of making the game more disjointed, but now Mexico has gotten a little bit of a passing rhythm going. And England haven't been quite able to. That's a good turn from O'Reilly. Yeah, he just needs to relax and stay on the ball. Mexican fans don't like that call or the players, but O'Reilly was getting pulled. Here's Gay over to Konsa. Anderson. Wide to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa all the way back now to Konsa. Gay. I think Tuchel wants it a little bit more deliberate from England here. Easy given away by Saka, and now over the top looking for Quinones. Good first touch. Kwanzaa gets back into position, and they reset back now to Vasquez, over to Montes. Sanchez going forward. Good tackle there, O'Reilly. Alvarado flips it into the middle. Lira in acres of space. Lira looking for a pass. Goes back to Vasquez. To Montes again. Over to Vasquez. Quinones dropping deeper. Looking. He just switches the play now to Montes. Now to Sanchez. Sanchez finds Alvarado. He's going to cut back on his left foot. He plays it back to Montes. Now Vasquez again. England dropped all the way back. Vasquez still on the ball. Back post, and that goes over everyone. And well shielded by Anthony Gordon. It'll be a throw to England. 35th minute of play. Yeah, man, Mexico run upon them. Mexico have the ball. Mexico on the front foot more. England haven't really done much with this football. I think Bellingham thought Saka was closer to him, but he wasn't. And Mexico again take possession of the football. Here's Gallardo. Find Quinones. Quinones. Romo. Should have found back Quinones there. So here's Montes. Alvarado. Lots of space. Find Sanchez. Back to Alvarado. He's getting on his left foot again. Yes. Block that Garden if you have sense. Yo, stay upon him now. Mexico trying to take England out of their shape. Over the top, looking for Raul. And Gahey did just enough to keep him away from that ball. Here's Declan Rice. First time we've seen him run with the football. He runs it up to Saka. Saka, 1v1 with Gallardo. Must do something here. Good cross, Bellingham! And that's why Saka plays. That's why Saka plays. He can do nothing and then just set up a cross and Bellingham with a moment. I told you England can play doodoo and still win the game, you know. I've seen them do this throughout the whole World Cup and go all the way to the semi-final and final and them something. You were then do the same thing. England score Conrad. But he was a Real Madrid man. Sorry. Good goal, yes. So Saka just say, I don't have the speed again for beat nobody. So yeah. Declan Rice says, Saka, you don't have to run. I will run the entire field for you. And I will just give it to you. And all you have to do is make sure, say, you get a beating of this one person. Saka, really simple. One step over, put it on the right, and what a stand-up cross there. Brilliant little chip. Decoy run from Kane, and Bellingham made no mistake with that one. I mean, can you get a freer header than that in a box? I don't think you can. Sanchez looks back and asks, who is supposed to be there? So 1-0 to England. For the first time in this World Cup, Mexico concede. So obviously, for the first time in this World Cup, Mexico go behind. So how does the Azteca respond? How do the players respond? We'll find out now. Game far from over though, but good press from England here. Mora wanted more time on the ball. And that still scores to Bellingham. Bellingham has Kane. Can Kane finish? He doesn't. Back in the box, and that's 2-0. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Right as Mexico looked like they were going to turn the screw and they were playing better, sucker punch, not once, but twice. And that was just good pressing. Mora, the 17-year-old, I have to say, just wanted too long on the ball there when he got it. Good closing down. It looked like they had stopped the play with a foul, but the ball in the end squirts out. It was actually Elliot Anderson who did that. Good ball to Kane. Thought he might shoot, but he doesn't. And that was a great decision. What a reverse pass. And Bellingham was going to never miss from there. Lira tried to get back in to block it. But Bellingham still got the contact on the football first. And that one goes in the goal for 2-0. And Tuchel celebrates like a madman. 2-0 to England. Wow, 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 wow. See, when you have a feeling, you have to go with it, man. And I just had one. It didn't make sense football-wise, why I would say they would win. But I don't know. It's not over, though. 2-0. We know this is a dangerous lead. We've seen 2-0 leads lost in this round already. So, well, not in this round, but in this World Cup a few times now. So what will happen here? Mexico definitely need to respond. The problem for Mexico now is they do have to get a little bit more risky in their play. And we just saw on a couple of occasions, if they don't have the right numbers back, England can hurt them on the transition. And Saka didn't know much about that handball, but I don't think he did, at least. Maybe he did. This ref now take no check. So Alvarado will take this one into the box, headed out by Kane. Bellingham takes it away from Mora. Mora is just too small to get around him. Bellingham shielding off 10 Mexicans at that time. My gosh. Garden can't keep that one. Garden said quicker. I think he needed to be quicker with the ball there. He just ball got stuck under his foot. Lear on the ball. Yes, you can see that, Quinones really tries to hurt you in the inside left channel. And it looks like that's kind of where Declan Rice has kind of perched himself. And that's good defending from Saka blocking the cross. Back to Gallardo looking for some space. Saka, that's poor. Saka says he's diving. How can you not see that? That was a cheap foul to give away. And let's see. Yeah, man. Can change that fast, Rob Smith. I mean, from nothing, a ball over the top. They just weren't alert enough in their transition defense. And Rice just ran 60 yards and gave it to Saka, and that was it. Yeah, I think, goal. 2-1 already. Blackman Quinones, the Blexican. Wow. JB, look like this is going to be a legendary match. 2-1. Yeah, I think on the balance of play, Rob Smith, them deserve at least a 1 goal. They don't deserve to be down by 2. I mean, yeah, if you can see that one, yeah, but boy, 2-0 was like ridiculous. But Mexico doesn't, I mean, England has never dealt with the ball. The ball came across, nobody never really cleared it. It just was there and it just popped back to behind where the action was. And Quinones, everybody's onside. Yeah, nobody dealt with it. I think it just hit the foot of Kansa by accident. I don't know. He missed the ball. And that's a good strike. A simple finish, but one that you need to do anyway. So that's 2-1. So this game has not stayed quiet for long. As soon as Bellingham goal goes in, it becomes a goal fest. That's 3 goals in like 10 minutes there. Good flick on Quinones. Will he keep up with this one? Does he? No, I think they said it went out for 2. No, he wins a corner. Wow. That's Quinones. So wait, they changed it? That's his 4th goal in 5 matches. Great return for Quinones. He was the leading goal scorer in the Saudi League. Of course, beating out players like Ivan Toney and Cristiano Ronaldo. Always. The Blexican is very fit. To be fair, Mexico whole team is fit still. They've always been a fit team. What a ball by Mora. But good defending from O'Reilly, not good enough. And then Sanchez takes that one out of play. Wants a corner, but he won't get it. Yeah, man, JB, the match hot, bro. Ooh, yeah, nothing there. He just jumped. Why, JB, me just have a feeling, even though Mexico play so good and don't lose yet, and they're Azteca, just say, moments game. And I think, but does it feel like Kane and Bellingham would have more moments? And Saka pitching in a little moment for the first goal, put it on a plate for Bellingham, and then Bellingham and Kane do the second goal with some pressing from Anderson and Garden. And yeah, they were cruising. But on the balance of play, JB, is like the football gods just say, in Mexico, take a goal because you deserve a 1 goal. And they could equalize before halftime. Here comes Quinones. into this middle, run down the flank. Alvarado cut it out over the top. What, not the best ball in the world or decision there from Alvarado. Had a run on the right, he probably should have used. But England at 6s and 7s, as they say. Yeah, I think Gordon probably deserved to start based on how effective he was when he came on the field in the last game. And I think in a game like this where it could come down to just that magic moment every now and again, or that little bit of quality, even though Madueke might give you the verticality, I've always figured that Saka starting makes more sense because Madueke's true threat is his pace. So wouldn't it be better to bring him on with a Gallardo that's been running for 65, 70 minutes? It's ooh! You would bet the house on Jimenez hitting the target there. He drags it just wide, but that almost worked out. Sometimes when you hit those scuff shots, it works out better for you. Kind of puts the goalkeeper out of his timing. But boy, big up Marlon, the match hot. Azteca quiet and it lift up again. Flick on. Saka will not catch this, or he will not. Caught up to it, but then couldn't keep it in. Yeah, the header. The Blexican Badman. Cancer doing madness as usual. You wouldn't expect that, right, Dragons? I have the bigger team, but I'm struggling. Yeah, man, him scuff it just a little bit. I mean, look at that. When England scored, it was completely against the run of play. Both goals. So, but I said that. I said, look, I'm not saying England is going to win because they're going to play better and they're going to ball them or whatever. I'm saying England is going to win because they're going to have more moments. And they literally had 2 moments. That's how they have 2 goals. Saka had the first 1v1 when he get for the game, and he utilized that time to so the ref never see that. Blow. Yo, Jimenez. Oh, yeah, move so with the head of them, boss. What a save by Pickford. Alvarado again. Yo, somebody need to tell these Englishmen Alvarado is going to whip an in-swinging ball the minute him get some space in any area to the right of the goal. See, no matter where there, deep, attack way up the pitch, either no matter where. That is the ball him want to play. So just make him go to the right foot, brother. Run him off of that left foot. Alvarado. Jimenez. What a defensive play. Who was that? Was that Bellingham? It was Bellingham. Yo, Montez, how you not score that yet? It was a good set play. It's for the flick on to the back post. It does work. And he just wanted too much time. It couldn't fall fast enough for him. Boy, that was a key play by Bellingham. Jano. What a defensive play. Yo, the match definitely turn up now, brother. Wow. All right. Mora will take the outswinger this time. Not a bad ball, but Gay, he gets to it first. Flicks it to the far side. It's going to be a throw to Mexico. And Leroy is hurrying up to get to that one. I think Mexico realized that the half is about to end. And they probably want to get this goal before halftime. They'll throw it back to Vasquez. To Montez now. Over to Alvarado. Yeah, man, them 2 teams there looking good. Mexico and USA looking good. Ball. Quinones, good defending from Kwanzaa, but still on the ball. Good ball. And the return pass is on. Why are you turning away from him, bro? Bro, you have messed up so many 1-2s in this first half, bro, by turning the wrong way. Like, it's like, realize that the man on fire. Just give him the ball. Yo, Sanchez, how did you do that? That was incredible. No, get up, get up. Yeah, I don't like that call. I don't like that call. Barca. Yo, them need to show that Sanchez control a while ago again. That was crazy. And it looks like it's halftime now. So Bellingham with a brace and probably the biggest defensive play for England so far with that clearance right in front of the goal. Oh, we can breathe, people. What a first half. 2-1 to England. Definitely. Anyhow, Mexico open up wide and catch them pace. England in a problem. They won't be able to keep up with Mexico. Yeah, man, the game I get hot, man. Man, controller with him shoulder blade. No, JB, it looked like the ball like was close to the ground and then kind of flick it up into the air and then control it with him chest or shoulder. But just the way how the man run full speed and could have take it out of the air and flick it up into the air to keep it in play like that. That was crazy. Kind of man have like two man right this up on him same time and everything, bro. It was mad. All right, so let me show you guys the stats for the first half. So, of course, Bellingham with the top score, 9.3 so far. Have a big defensive play in there as well. Saka with the assist. Pickford at a 7.0. Would think he would be a little higher. I mean, he's made like two really big saves. The one from, and actually both from Raul Jimenez headers. One low to his left and one high to his right. Quinones definitely the standout, not only for the goal, but just looks to be, the sharpest player for Mexico. Also, have to give some credit to Alvarado. He has set a couple of really good balls, and he's getting involved heavy in the attack for Mexico. Mora had a decent half, but he's gonna be remembered for just losing possession of that ball for that second goal. So that's gonna be a big it's going to be tough for him to have a good SOFA score rating with that error that led to a goal. 63% possession to Mexico, 37 to England. Mexico with slightly lower expected goals at 0.45, England at 0.69. Two big chances for England, one big chance for Mexico. 7 shots to 3 in favor of Mexico. 2 saves for Pickford, 1 save for Rangel. Corners 4 to Mexico, 2 to England. Passes, Mexico attempted almost 100 more passes. England have more tackles. England does have a yellow card that was in the first minute to Declan Rice for a high boot. Both teams had 3 shots on target. See the possession stats here. Barely any of the game played in the final third of Mexico, yet still they have conceded twice. Bulk of the game in that midfield area and in the England defensive third. Big chances scored. You see 2 for England, 1 for Mexico. So both teams haven't missed a big chance yet that they have created. Mexico have 7 more touches inside the opposition box and exactly 100 more accurate passes completed. Final third entries, Mexico also leading there 39 to 14. Passing the final third, of course, Mexico being on the ball more, getting into the final third more. They have a lot more final third passes as well. Long passes, England went long 18, Mexico 20, and then crosses, England struggling on the crosses, 5 of 12, the connection rate for Mexico. That's something that England will definitely have to clean up if they're going to keep this lead in the second half. Duels, Mexico falling short in that battle, 63 to 39% in favor of England. England ground duels dominant. And funnily enough, I was saying all game how Mexico have a disadvantage with the height. Well, somehow they have won more aerial duels than England in this game. England proving to be hard to stop on the dribble. 42% dribbling conversion is very high. 5 of 12 on the dribble so far. Mexico not as high, 2 for 8. You see the tackles in the game, interceptions, recoveries, clearances, and then both teams with an error leading to goal. I guess they gave Konsa an error for how he defended that cross. Could only get, I don't even know if he kicked the standing leg or what happened, but he misjudged that one, didn't get a clean contact, and that gave Mexico the chance, which Quinones did not disappoint and put it away nicely. Can't get over that Harry Kane pass. It was such a good pass back to him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Konsa got that. But he's been shaky in this World Cup, to be fair. Should have given away a penalty against Ghana. Wasn't given. But yeah, not a good half from him. Kwanzaa hasn't been great either on that right-hand side. Yeah, Rice quiet. Really, his best contribution was the 60-yard dribble with the ball before giving it to Saka before the cross. That's probably the best thing he did all half. But you know, Mexico pretty much quiet as well. I mean, besides Quinones, Alvarado is involved, but he's doing most of his damage like further down, like not so high up the pitch. So like in kind of the edge of the middle third. But Quinones definitely heavily involved, playing well. I think Roma has had a subpar half. Lira's been okay, but not great. And yeah, I don't think that the back line has held up well enough. I mean, England haven't really come forward that much, and to concede twice already, not a good sign there. But they hadn't conceded all World Cup. Sure, today them just never forget how to defend. Like I said, I think England just have that little bit extra quality in the final third. England now drink beetroot drink right now. I mean, send them the beetroot, have to make sure all goes well. CK, big up. USA get back to play at 9. Yeah, man, ridiculousness. The man them bring out the Cristiano rule, So anybody unfamiliar, Article 27 of the bylaw says that you can enforce a probationary period for any suspension levied for cards of 1 year. And if the player has another infraction in that time frame, then what suspension they were supposed to have starts right then. This was used when Ronaldo got a red card, but the second to last game against Ireland before they had one more qualifier. Originally, it was a 3-match ban. People automatically were saying, well, Ronaldo will be out for the first 2 games at World Cup because I had that one qualifier left. But after that one qualifier was played, FIFA invoked this rule, the same rule that they have put in play to basically ensure that Balogun can play tomorrow. So, ridiculous from FIFA, I think. No matter how you feel about the red card itself, even if you think it was harsh, it was given. And everybody knows the punishment for that is coming off the pitch that day and also a 1-match ban. So for them to find out a loophole in the system to get him back out there, I don't really love it. It sets a bad precedent. If there's a red card in this game and that team advances, just appeal. And all they can basically say is, hey, can we get Article 27, please? So it's a tricky one. A lot of fans are happy. I saw the president of the country is happy and all of that, but the integrity of what's going on is really, really important. And once that starts to go, it opens up too many things. Big up Kezi, what go on, my G? Yo, I need to shout it to cause I forget some news pan Julie, even though you know you follow the social still, so I'm sure you know what going. Hot ball, England need to step up intensity if they want to survive this Mexican onslaught. Yeah, man. England England just gonna try scam them way to some moments, Kezi, just like what them doing at the first half. Big up David J. Wagwan G. Yeah, man, make them know. Mexico gonna clip England wing. World Cup, nice. You know, Uncle Sam Land, who knew? But everybody did a fret. But you know, that may I say, if Mexico ever get to play the high pace intensity game, England are going in trouble and tired out. Well, Slingstone, that's the thing, you know. When you said tired out now, I agree with you, you know. But the thing is, when the man them tired out, all right, who England have on them bench? So eventually, I think Jed Spencer or James will come on. Because I don't think Kwanzaa can survive the full 90. Him just come off injury. Him not do that great against the player. So, you know, Jed Spence might be a shout if Reece James not fit. Because Jed will give the pace at least for recover. You know, and he's a good 1v1 defender too. We haven't seen Kobe Mainoo in this World Cup, which is kind of strange to me. You know, he looked good in the Euro for them. You know, 2 years younger, 2 years less experienced. And now him go back to him club and him get some more experience again this year and last year, and him can't get a game. None at all. I don't think we'll see Henderson today. It's going to be interesting between Rodgers, Eze, Rashford, Watkins, you know, all these players. Who does he actually go with? I think Nani is the one player that definitely will come on at some point. I don't think Saka is fit enough to play 90 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised I would be very surprised if we don't see Nani tonight. But I mean, when the man them tired, them have good players to come on. And the same can be said for Mexico as well. You know, you have Luis Chavez, the veteran, you have Pineda, you have Fidalgo, who scored, I think, in the last game before this. Gutierrez started some games in this World Cup already. It's going to be interesting at halftime. Does the coach pull the plug on Mora? You know, me personally, since he made that mistake, I probably wouldn't pull him. I'd give him at least a 10, 15 more, just to see if him can have a moment of redemption, because a lot of times, you know, you can kill the confidence if you take him off, you know. So I think I would keep him on. He's still probing well. You know, he seems to be the one that, like, when he's arriving into the final third, he has the eye for that 1-2 pass, or you know, he just tends to cause something. You understand? Blessings. No, but a real talk, CK. I mean, England now go really play Mexico off of the park at any point. So I said it before the game. I think England will win. I think England will win because of these moments in the game. And literally, that's how they scored the 2 goals. They were not the better team at the time. Pickford get a ball, roll it out to Rice. Rice just run the ball down the field 60 yards when Mexico maybe wasn't quite defensively set up properly. And, you know, there was no double team option when Saka got the ball. One inside step over, because I'm sure Gallardo is thinking he wants to go on his left foot. Steps over just to influence him even more. Gets enough separation, and that stand-up cross with the right foot, that was the moment. After that, a little bit nonchalant from the 17-year-old. Anderson presses at the right time, wins the ball. Bellingham. I thought Kane was going to try a shot far post. Kane just perfectly, in that moment, makes the right decision. Bellingham again. So the way it playing out is kind of how I saw it. You know, Mexico probably will play better. They'll have more possession. Will enjoy their performance more. But that don't mean them going to win, you know? Respect Kezi, respect my G, respect for the super sticker. $9.99 on the board. Yeah, man. You guys need to follow his example. Do you know the metrics them using, how them rate the players in SofaScore? Yeah, so Jaguars, what they do, you know. All right, so as an example, right? So everybody starts at a 6.5. So if somebody's at a 6.5, basically they were average. They never do anything to go down or go up, right? But like, all right, let's use Saka as an example. He's at 7.2 right now. So Some would ask, like, well, how the hell they get to a 7.2? So if you look right here, there's 4 main metrics that kind of make up the points, right? Shooting, passing, dribbling, and defending, right? So it's kind of broken down that way. So you have 1 assist. Normally, an assist will get you about 0.3 just automatically. You get an assist, you're going to go from 6.5 to 6.8, 6.9, something like that, right? He's created a big chance, which was the goal that they scored. The key pass was the pass and the chance creation, right? As a successful cross, he hasn't made many passes, but the fact that he's 100%, that helps. You know, the more accurate you are at passing, that will get you a 0.1, 0.2, right? 16 touches, 4 unsuccessful, 6 times him lose the ball. So, you know, let's say he had no unsuccessful touches and him lose the ball only 1 time. This 0.2 might have been 7.4 or 5, right? So that's kind of how it fluctuates based on what you've done. He's only had 1 progressive carry. If he had 3, 4, 5 of them, his score might have been higher as well. And then defensive contributions. You know, he tried 3 tackles, him never win none. So that kind of, if he was 3 for 3, you know, he could have been closer to a 8 point something right now. You know, ground duels are helpful when you can get higher than 50% as a forward. That usually give you a boost like a 0.1 as well. So it's basically all of those little metrics I just went through. That's kind of how they get to their score. And like I said, the starting point is 6.5. So if you look on like England team, O'Reilly, Kwanzaa, all of them, according to what they have done in the game, the stats so far, they have kind of dropped below that average threshold, right? Everyone else, you know, Rice is there at the same place, Gordon barely above, Kane above, and Anderson above. You know, Pickford, of course, above it as well. But that's really what they do. You know, for goalkeepers, it's obviously different. They would mainly base it off of defending, and goalkeeping is added in, plus passing and dribbling too, because they do have to do that from time to time. So Edson Alvarez comes on. He is the captain, so he has the captain's armband on. I'm not sure if it's okay. So it's actually Montes is the one coming off. So that's an interesting change there. Montes, I don't know if he's carrying an injury or that's just a tactical change, but Alvarez not coming on for Leroy in midfield. Alvarez coming on to play centre back for Cesar Montes. It looks like England's team will remain unchanged going into the second half. And we'll have kickoff, Mexico on the ball. Much like what we saw in the first half, Mexico on the ball. Here's Lira. People, if you are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like, a share, and subscribe, as it should be playing. Yes, Slingstone, I saw a lot of clips of England training earlier today, and it seemed like he was featuring him a lot in the training. So I was actually surprised that him never get the nod. But at the same time, I think England's conundrum is, while Bellingham isn't like the most creative and prototypical number 10, you cannot substitute his timing and arrival and presence inside the box. So while I think Eze's best position would be where Bellingham is playing, can you really afford to not play Bellingham in that position? You know, he's going to give you goals and assists. So, you know, it's just a matter of where do you play Eze. Because in this system that Tuchel plays, I don't think he's really a player that really fits where Gordon plays. You know, the position on the pitch that he fits is where Bellingham is. Now, the only thing that could happen, you know, you sacrifice, you know, Rice is on a yellow, maybe you take him off not too long from now, and you drop Bellingham a little deeper, and you bring on Eze in that role. But I don't know. Tuchel I haven't really figured out who he prefers out of Rajas and Eze and some of these players. He's kind of gone for different ones at times, so I'm not sure. I think Rajas could play where Gordon plays before Eze could. Even though if you put Eze where Gordon is playing, it's not like he couldn't do it. But I just think some of the things that the way Eze plays in that position, I don't think Tuchel likes that. He wants the wingers to be much more direct. That's not really Eze's game. So England win this one. Here's Kane. Good shielding of the football by Kane. Still on the ball, Kane. Lays it off to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa over to Kansa. Kansa acting like there's no one there. Here's Quinones. And he's just shooting from way too far that time. Guard now in space. Will keep it in play. Two players come to guard. And he finds Kane in the middle. It's too much space for Kane. What will Kane do with it? Kane just drifts it out wide to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa has no help wide, so he'll go central. Drops it off to Gehi. Hope I see Menu for Rice and Anderson holding midfield. Yeah, I don't know, man. Menu, Tuchel is not a fan. I don't know why he picked him if he's not a fan. Good ball. Oh, unlucky. Rotted. Saka hit the gym. More like 3-2. England, says CK. From Dublin City to San Diego, we missed it. We witnessed freedom denied, so we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion and we fought on the Mexican side. Man. Wow, JG, give thanks for the knowledge. I learned something today. Saka fall asleep on the cross there. Yeah, I think Saka just pretty much was like, well, Harry Kane is probably going to get this, right? But yeah, Saka should have been more alert. Or in a way, it almost looked like he was unsighted, like he never see the ball, none at all. Because Saka usually live for them like a tapping goal like that, you know. So I just think maybe he was unsighted there. That never made no sense how his body was when the ball was coming across. It's like, I'll have to see the replay again because, boy, that was horrible. He should have been much more alert. Like, where do you think the ball going to go? Well played, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa impressed me on the ball, you know. Kwanzaa actually impressed me on the ball, you know. Like him, you know, he's obviously not a right back, really, but I mean, he's technical enough to play over there. Well done again, Garden. O'Reilly couldn't quite get that one under his spell. Lira really fishing for a foul more than anything. He just clears it this time. This is actually one of the better spells of open play for England I can remember. I mean, it hasn't been that long. It was probably about 3 minutes or so, but you know, they are actually the ones attacking right now. Here is Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa gonna run into a blind alley. Saka. Kind of ball that, brother. England are run upon them now, yeah. I mean, they might as well. They have the better bench. So now that they're in the second, what a turn. Whoa, Bellingham just killed 3 people. Him not pass again for the rest of the game. I mean, I tell you, man, he might try to run through everybody after all of that. No. What a turn. Bellingham upset with himself. Yeah, man, the bench I go work, man. Yeah, he's doing good today. Yo, Bellingham just deal with them wickedly a while ago. The 2 of them pressing him, come out of that. Then the next man dive in him, chop him. Fire. Jagan, so I say, you learn today about him skills. Good tackle, boy. A good tackle, that man. Gardening acres of space. Keeps it in play. What can they do with this one? Saka trying to get in position for a goal. And he's taken down. And that's a foul. And now Mexico is upset that there's no foul called on Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa did lunge into that challenge for sure. But we'll have to see the replay and see how much of the ball he actually got. Because the Mexican bench was incensed when the tackle happened. But I mean, that's normal. That's a basic reaction to any challenge by the Mexican bench. But that one was a bit more vociferous. It looked much more into that challenge a while ago. So, oh, Mr. Referee, that's a really bad one. The ball got caught under his calf, raised his leg up even higher. Oh my gosh, that's actually red card-ish. That's a red card tackle. And they're being forced to look at it. Yeah, and I agree with this. This is going to be given as a red card, you know. Look at how high he catches him. That was a nice Sunday league tackle, non-league. And I think the referee is going to give him a red card to backside. Rotted in real time. I'm telling the man to get up, and I'm saying it's one of them things where the Mexicans cry wolf all the time. Kwanzaa looks like he can't believe it. He's gonna go ask the ref something, but there's no point. I mean, it's over. You can't change it. Wow, that looks bad. Yeah, that wasn't the best tackle in the world. So what will he do here now? Because you kind of have to take off somebody. So you probably have to go 4-4-1. I know the C-Sep where the chair is out. JB, the precedent has been set. I mean, I would be typing up the appeal right now because I want Article 27, please and thanks. I mean, he kind of missed the ball because if his foot went past the ball, he didn't really get the ball. How did his foot end up past the ball? He went over the ball. Hey, oi. What you call the man puta for? What him do? Yo, I actually agree with Gallardo, you know. Kane didn't get touched. The man leg was on the ground. Yo, Gallardo, I apologize, my G. Yo, all right. Me need to start believe the Mexican them because 2 times in a row now, I think them just get upset for no reason. When did that happen? I never saw that happen. They hit the post? This game about to become a all-out war zone. That's a poor call from the ref, I thought. Stunt man. People always corruptish allegedly, but they are setting some horrible precedents. Yo, JB, it's over. That's what I told my dad today. I was like, well, whoever gets a red card and their team advances, they have to give them Article 27. Suspension for 1 year, probation period. Quinones wanted to do a bit much there. Didn't really have the space for the shot, but went for it anyway. Of course, them are got dangerous still. So John Stones is the player that they've gone to. So they have not brought on a right back. They bring on a centre back. I think Concede will go to right back now. And Saka is the one sacrificed, which makes sense. I mean, he's the one that's not, they say, not 100%. So if there's more running that needs to happen, he's the proper choice. Now, I know John Stones isn't a right back, but a part of me probably would just put him at right back today. Because they keep on moving Kanza, but they haven't done that. They've put Stones at centre back. But he and Stones kind of play together. Oh, it's penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Oh my gosh. Mexico. How could you let the next thing happen after the red card be a penalty against you? Oh man, Mexico, unbelievable. I think the goalkeeper knows it. He's down, didn't get up to protest. It's a direct ball. It doesn't matter where they are. It's a goal kick. Not dealt with by Alvarez. I have to ask, if Montez is in the game, does he just head that out of play? Even Alvarez, after the header isn't dealt with, is like making a face like, why didn't you deal with it? I don't think there's any reprieve from Mexico here based on what I saw. Oh, okay. So Rangel is saying that he got a touch. Gallardo upset that the ref is pushing him, but he won't move. His foot roll on the ball and inadvertently caught the player. I don't know about that. Yeah, Saka wasn't doing badly, but him still look limited to me. It's basically a basketball fouling system at this point. So 4 quarters, no suspension. Next up, fines and no cards. Just sit out 5 minutes, then re-enter game. All kind of madness. Yes, Kane gonna kick it. Now, will he keep it underneath the bar is the question. Yeah, man, he was late there. Golden boot here now. Yes, I'm gone 5. So, and there's the one. Rice playing security of the penalty spot. I think Harry Kane has thought about another PK for a while. Rangel doing all kind of foolishness. This man has stepped out to talk to Kane as well. Milky Moo, every time he stutters, he misses. He should just run up. Do not stutter. Run up, boss. Don't take no step. Just run and connect the rotted ball. Yeah, man. Just fire it in a goal. No keeper now save that one there. Well, I mean, I can't act like I'm a genius because they're probably the 2 main players, but I said Bellingham and Kane would win the game. Kudos to Garden and Saka because Garden just win the penalty there. Saka set up the first Bellingham goal. So really the front 4 in some moments just come through for England. And they're down to 10 men, but they have a 2-goal cushion again. Tuchel has made the subs as well. What a clean strike. Luis Romo, he should have came off a long time ago today. So the coach has brought on, has taken off Mora and Romo. It's gone to Brian Gutierrez and a second striker in Santi Jimenez. So the Jimenez, not brothers, because one is a G and one is a J, but the 2 Jimenez forwards are on the field. What the hell? So Mexico lose the kickoff? What? What the heck just happened? The Mexicans getting a taste of their own medicine. Going down with every touch, the English here. Barca. Yeah, man. Once me say Gardney, bless up float. What go on? Bro. I know England are moved so today, but the Mexicans, look, the pressure of the game, I think they're they're trying to play with like a level of intensity, but I think they're overdoing it almost. Good slide there, good block from Stones. So the first defensive action from Stones is good. Quinones inside to Lira. Lira to the back stick, not a bad ball. Punched by Pickford. He punches his own player on the football. Here's Alvarado. Plays it into Gutierrez. Good slide. Cross eventually comes in, but caught by Pickford. And that's Brian Gutierrez. He could have played for the States as well, but chose Mexico. Started the first game in this World Cup. Bellingham. You see him play a little more deep in the team now. I don't think he'll play as high or as close to Kane anymore. It looks like the change that has been made, it makes sense as well, because Gordon is no longer playing off the left. He looks like the lone striker. Kane is the one that has kind of dropped back in that kind of off the striker role. Not a bad tactic, I think, because I don't think Harry Kane will have the legs to stretch them vertically with just 10 men. Probably much better idea to have Gordon as the outlet. And Kane actually is a really good defender too. So out of possession, you'll see Kane drop and become an extra midfielder, which we just saw in that possession. So I think Tuchel smartly, assessing the players on the pitch and, putting players in positions to maybe succeed more. I think Declan Rice has to come off soon if they're down to 10. No, he's not 100% based on his own comments, but that one is cleared out for a corner. So it will be a lot of defending now for England to do. They're down to 10. Like I said before, they still have 25 minutes plus whatever stoppage time the referee sees. And they're only up 2. Mexico will definitely be throwing the kitchen sink at them at this point. Here is Alvarado. Outswinging corner. Well cleared by Stones. This one goes out to Alvarado again. Looking for a pass. Finds Quinones. Quinones. Can he get a shooting angle? Kane does well to keep him in front of him, but that's a good ball to find Jimenez. Jimenez flips it into the box. Ooh, and good defending in the end. And this man is fishing for a penalty, but I don't think he's going to get it. Ooh, Kane. You kick him foot. Got some of the ball too, though. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that it wasn't Cunha, or I thought Vinny for sure, but it was Bruno G. I mean, he's not a terrible penalty taker, but not like he's not a normal penalty taker either. Wow, so they're gonna have him go and look at this one. Oh my gosh. Harry Kane cannot believe it. I mean, he caught some of his foot, but he got a lot of the ball as well. And it wasn't even a natural play by Gutierrez, really. I mean, he doesn't have the ball. He's putting his foot in across Kane. Kane does kick his foot first, to be fair. But that's just, honestly, that's just kind of intelligent play by Gutierrez to just try that. But boy, the threshold for a PK is light if this is given. I mean, yes, he does kick him, but I guess he kicks him. I mean, can you not give it at this point? I guess you have to give it. They're going to give it, though. You know they're going to give it. You know they're going to give it. Number 9. Wow. So much for the 2-goal lead. Yo, this game might done 5-4. So Raul Jimenez will step up to take the penalties, kissing the ball already. I think he'll sink this just like Kane, to be honest. Yeah, man, you have to give Raul Jimenez your striker, your leading scorer, your talisman, your Premier League baller. Yeah, man, you have to give him, man. PK star, I can't believe. But when, anything, who get a yellow card? That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Who get the yellow? Kane? Blowout. Kane, keep your composure, you. We say that Kane honest? Lagi Raul, man. Raul is a normal penalty taker too. Like for Fulham, him take penalty. For Mexico, him take penalty. I think he's gonna score this though. I think he'll bury it like Kane. Too much stuttering though. I didn't like all the stuttering, but it didn't matter this time. 3-2. Game on, game on, game on, game on. I know it's so bad still. Jimenez. Keep a try. Watch Kane again. I go try score quick. Yo, anyone Mexico concede again, brother. I lose half of them. Would tackle O'Reilly. Blood fire, the ref does a point. Every time a man get kick over, him does point. So why stop the game? Why stop the game? Why stop the game? Why stop the game? If it's not a head injury, why is he stopping the game? Or is it a head injury? Oh, yeah, the man boots in him face, Jaja. Man try trick him. Him go left and try go back. If Pickford hadn't moved, he would have had a chance of a possible save. But Jagans, you know, notice that the stopping and the looking was really to see which way he was going, you know. So him realized that he might do say go left first for go back. And it nearly worked still, but it never quite worked. What happened now? Yo. So hydration break again. Yeah, ref I lose control of the damn game, man. Ref, control the game now, brother. You have the whistle and the car there, man. Sure. I'm not control the game, I I'm not control the game. This is a madness though, guys. This game don't get crazier and crazier by the minute. Whew. Yeah, float, brother. If I was to bet on either team right now, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I mean, Mexico look likely to score again. I can tell you that. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know, brother. If I am Tuchel, I'm making another sub or two. I think the game needs some fresh legs. I think right now he's kind of banking on like the guys in the game just being up for the energy and the everything of it. Like him don't want to take none of them out of it right now because I'm kind of in it. You know what I mean? But I think he needs to freshen it up a little bit, man. Like I don't know. I'm trying to see like who makes sense right now. Like maybe bring on Ollie Watkins. You know, Garden run him race for the day, or maybe him just feel like Garden are the best, kind of the fastest right now for put up there. It don't make sense bring on Madueke if you play up there, because if you never get a chance, oh my gosh. What will I do with the chance? You can bring on Marcus for that though. Rashford can do that. Rashford can do what Gardner do right now. As the like in the middle kind of just the over the top vertical threat. You know? That could have gone. So it looked like Jed Spence is coming on and Dan Burn. So Jed Spence and Dan Burn coming on. I think O'Reilly and so who's coming off? If Jed Spence and him, O'Reilly's off. He gets a yellow card as well. So that's a like for like. Dan Burn on for Jed. Haven't seen Dan Burn play in this World Cup yet, I don't think. And Elliot Anderson is the other sub. So it's Jed Spence on, O'Reilly off, and Elliot Anderson is the one sacrificed. That's kind of strange to me, you know. So what does that mean for the team shape? So are they going with 3 in the middle and wing backs? How is this going to look? Yeah, so they're going with a back 5. Jed Spence as the left-sided player on the 5. Konsa as the right-sided player on the 5. So really 4 centre-backs and Jed Spence, because Konsa is really a centre-back too. And it looks like 3 across the midfield. Bellingham, Rice, and Gordon. So if I was the coach right now, I think he's going to leave Gordon on. You don't need to go so wide, Rice. Go central, Rice. Go central. They're kind of conceding the middle area there, which I don't love. That was not the best touches there, but that's the problem now. Every time they clear the ball, it's coming right back. So is the plan to just defend for 15 minutes, Tuchel? That's it? Because you've taken away the chance of the outlet because Kane is the one up there. Maybe you figure they can direct the clearance to Kane. He can hold it up. That must be what you want to happen then. So Ricochet should be Pickford. No communication, but England deal with it on the second attempt. But again, it's going to be one-way traffic because Kane ain't going to win the loose ball. You can't take off Kane though. That's the problem. Well, it's a tough spot to be in as a coach still. Not like. But yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. People, it's happened 3 times already. England don't win the ball and clear it, and they come right back. Let's see. I'm going to count how many times this happened for the rest of the game. That's 3. I mean, the plan cannot be to just defend for the next 20 minutes or whatever. There's going to be about 20 more minutes. What's the point of this? This can't be the point. Tuchel, you cannot do this for the whole time. It's not going to hold up. I'm telling you. England going to win, but the game going to be exciting to the end. Game been a mess. Ref no know where I do facts. Maybe Tony, but Tony is too much like Kane. Like, is Tony going to run down and chase ball? I think Watkins make more sense. Or Rashford even. But I would probably do Watkins because I'm more used to the central area. Good block. Yeah, that's why I said Rashford. I think Watkins would be fine. But the problem is, like, do you really remove Kane from the game? Like, you kind of can't, because if your chance fall or anything, a free kick, anything, you want him on the field. No, I'm never hurt. Them say him have a hurt head. That's about it. Him is a hurt head. Gallardo, well done. Spence deals with that at the back stick. Clears it out for a corner. So it's Fidalgo, the Spaniard. So they have one Spaniard and one Colombian in this Mexican team. Fidalgo played for a long time in the Mexican league. Finally made a move back to Spain, but not before deciding to represent Mexico. Yeah, Tony wouldn't make sense now with the shape thing, you know? Yeah, Watkins or Rashi on the bench are the only ones that really make sense to me. Oh, Pickford was searching for that football and luckily got a fingertip to it. We say need a goal. Necesita un goal. Baggio said, come on, Mexico. Yo, Raul nearly just not that right. Not the goal in the man. And this Pickford, but him deal with it. Just never look good. Oh. Man is checking. Man is checking. What are you checking? You checking another penalty? I was about to say. Alvarado into the box. Oh, Edson Alvarez want that back again. Yo, the man Rice a hold on for dear life. Yo, Alvarez, you need to do better upon that one, the brother. I bring up Talman now. So Guillermo Martinez, I believe is his name. Yeah, Guillermo Martinez, Liga MX striker, big target striker. So I doubt they're taking off Raul. So I guess they're gonna have 3 strikers on the pitch. Why not? Here is Alvarado, Roberto Alvarado, low. Rice couldn't get to it, but Bellingham cleaned up for him. Rice needs to come off the field, coach. Why this man take off Anderson and leave Rice on? So really Kenyon is your take off big man? No man, that coach is a sick kid. Why would you take off Quinones? Yeah, I don't know how. Usually at least get that on target. Fidalgo. Vasquez. Fidalgo. Ooh, that would have been a rotted finish. If he did ever finish that like that, boy, that would have been a rotted goal. Santi Jimenez going for the spectacular. Yeah, I don't think Fidalgo meant to cross it like that, but maybe he did because he was white, like it connected. Maybe he did mean it like that. I don't know. Lira. Wide. Alvarado into the box. Gay, he gets his head to it. Collected by Pickford. So with each catch by Pickford, the Azteca crowd will grow more and more anxious. Rice with Spence. Spence over to Burn. Burn taking no chances and just concedes possession. So it looks like the interesting part about what's happening here, I'm surprised that almost panic stations for England there. Really important tackle. I think he was on the ground. That was Gahey. First attempt, they couldn't clear it. Looked like Santi Jimenez was going to get through, and on the ground, Gahey was able to clear. Here is Gallardo. He'll be putting in a cross, I'm sure. But that's good defending, and this will go out for... Well, they'll check everything, Kanza. They will check everything. So if they say it's a corner, they will look at the VAR and check it. It was a ratty tackle for real. Yep, and it's already been switched to a goal kick. Kanza was adamant. And here's that play. It was actually Jed Spence. I gave Kanza the credit, but it was Jed Spence while on the ground doing just enough to win that ball. Yep, Jed. Bellingham trying to bulldoze his way through everybody. Ratted, Kanza being held. Raul doesn't believe it, but he was holding him, it looked like. Let's see. Yep, has a whole bunch of his shirt and arm and everything. And Bellingham just ran through Vasquez. Not much he could have done there. Had to run. So a free kick to England. Right stands over this one. England getting closer and closer to a victory here. Here's Bellingham. Over to Spence. Spence. If he could play the pass better, it was on. Bellingham gonna have to work hard to get back into position here, which he's doing. But this is good play from Gallardo. Switches the play. Here's Alvarado. Jed, he wants to go back to the left foot. What is wrong with you? Jeez, bro. Yeah, just dribble. God, that's what your team needs right now. No. Gee, what is the point of that, bro? Literally, you have time. Why are you just kicking the ball away? Sherry Swiss, now or never, you know, Sherry Swiss. Now or never. Them not do it now, it's over. Now or never for them, Sherry. Into the box. Good punch by Pickford there. Here's Vasquez. Thought about a shot. Instead, plays it to Fidalgo. Fidalgo on the ball, looking for a pass. Spreads it out wide. He's going to go to his left foot to cross the ball. How many times must I tell you? Good double by Garden. Control by Jimenez. Tried to spin Stones but couldn't. And he's called for an offside in the end. Bellingham didn't like the call because he's dribbling down the field with the ball, but one in front, one behind. Now or never, Sherry Swiss. Now or never. 3-2 England, still down to 10, of course. 87th minute of play. Almost 88 minutes. This is Pickford now will go long. Still so surprised that the coach hasn't made any midfield changes. But like I said, maybe he's just happy with these players just being so used to the temperature of the game and, you know, how it's going. He doesn't want to bring anybody else in at the moment. Here is Fidalgo. Goes wide to Gallardo. Gallardo into the box. Stones gets that one clear. Now Kansa. And Bellingham does the extra clearance. Falls to Alvarez. Alvarez goes wide to Alvarado. He's going to go to his left foot. Gordon is going to go to his left foot. He just wants to go to his left foot, Jed. That's it. Okay, he used his right foot. It didn't work. And he's going to get it back and put it back on his left foot. Just like that. That was a poor cross that time. Burn. Here's it. Here is Fidalgo. That's a good toe by Bellingham. And Harry Kane trying to buy a foul, but it's not one. Gallardo to the back stick. Good first header by Raul. Gordon flicks it on, and it's going to be a throw-in to Mexico. They have 1 minute plus stoppages or 2 minutes plus stoppages left to go. Can they find this equalizer and make Mexico City and Azteca go crazy? Here is Fidalgo. Space on top of the box. Good strike. And it's right at Pickford. And he will take as much time as he can. Took a slight defection off of Bellingham, but didn't alter the direction, just changed the trajectory a little bit. Pickford had his body behind it fully, and he'll go long. Alvarez wins the first header. Konsa eased out of it by Jimenez. Doesn't like the call. Aguirre said, play, mother effort, play. So it's Kane off, and so much for what I know about coaching. It is Morgan Rogers on. So I said it would have to be Rashford or Ali Watkins, and it's actually Morgan Rogers. But I think he's telling so he's actually keeping Gordon in that. Might be Jude as the main striker. I don't know what's going on with Tuchel right now. We'll see once the game settle off. Bellingham run out him socks today. But it looks like Jude is the one that has actually gone up front. Rice has the armband now. Rogers drops into that midfield three in front of the back five. Thought he might get on a fresh leg for Gordon, but not the case. Pickford does catch that cross in the air, and Mexico have a full 11 minutes to try to find this equalizer. Yeah, I didn't like that Quinones sub. Even if you're bringing on a third striker, I mean, I don't care. Sacrifice anybody, but why are you taking off Quinones? Take off Lira out of the midfield. Like, you need Lira up on the field right now. Man, them line off in the box. 4 players inside the box. All tall as rotted. Okay, good angle now. Get it in the box here. Cheese and peas. England tired, you know, man. 11 minutes are too much time. I'm going to find it, Conrad. I'm going to find it. Mexican boy a ball. You're not done yet, Mexican. You're not done yet. Here is the corner. Gutierrez to the back stick. Punched out. Fidalgo on it. Looking for a pass. Alvarado goes back wide. This is Gutierrez. That's way too much on that one by Gutierrez. Poor attempt at a cross. I might get some rotted boo out there now. I think the only reason why they go in that side is because they want Alvarado to be the one crossing. Because they know him have that in swinger when him cut in on the left. And England finally are wise up to it and I make him not be able to do it so easy. Yeah, this is them whole attack. Get Alvarado the ball. Him act like him want to go right. Him cut back on him left foot. Garden doing well again. Bellingham brings that one down on his chest. Play it. No, Bellingham, you're selfish like what, brother? Play the ball. Give the man a make the run, no idiot. Jet Spence was in. Come on, man. Of course, them dead if them equalize. Them can't. Them down to 10, man, them boss. Bellingham shouldn't do that, though. Here's Gallardo, right foot. Oh, my word. Not going out for a throw, no? What the man try a while ago? A right foot shot? That was a tired swing with the right foot. Rice done from about 70 minutes, brother. I tell you that. I'm just a player for. I don't know where my player for right now. Another legless wonder. Mexico doing foolery too. Yeah. I mean, Mexico is panicking too, brother. They're about to be out. And if the fans are expectant in the crowd, he's going back to his left foot. Just don't let him go to the left foot. Sit on the left foot. Jeez, I'm peas and won't listen, brother. The man gonna get one of these left foot cross to the point where one of them gonna get ahead to it, you know, and they're gonna cuss. Constant, nah, let him go. Yeah, but they took off the guy to attack on the left. They took off Quinones. They're stupid. Take off Gallardo, bro. What Gallardo going to do? Gallardo going to find a goal for you on the left side there? Or Quinones? Which one of them? Make him now stop saying, come on, Mexico. About 6 minutes leave Mexico and I can't find it. Fidalgo looking for a pass. Ooh, that wasn't the worst attempt at a bicycle ever still, you know. Jimenez take it off the chest and blast it. Dan Burn block it. Which jersey? Oh, the Mexico jersey. I'm soon draw feet. Hold on. I never want to wear it today because I did feel like them are going to lose. So I never put it on. I don't know how Rice still a play, brother. The man barely a move. Anyhow, Elliot Anderson out there, still a run. Don't let him get to that side, bro. That's literally all he want to do. Just push him to the right. Wow, they figured out there's an other side of the field. Here's Gallardo. Well, that wasn't the worst idea in the world still, you know. Just find Jimenez, you know, because if you notice, you know, a lot of the attackers in the box just really blocking off players for one player. So they're finding them, they just can't get the finish on target. Well done, Rogers. By yourself. 5 seconds. Okay, you can't take 30. Come on to Bellingham, man. Such a dramatic brother. He's a grab up man and a chop. You blind? Oh, you talk about the man before that. I mean, I said, brother, that went off the player for sure. When I talk about the handball for control the ball. Guillermo Martinez chasing. Pickford said, I'm going to launch this ball. Whew, that nearly fall right to him. I think he might have come on in a game one time, but he never played today. He might not even come on at all, you know, now that me think about it. (10v10) right now. Look like Santi Jimenez off the field. I don't think Mexico have any more subs. Henderson got a yellow card off the field for something. I don't know what happened. Alvarado into the near post. Oh my God. Ooh. And they have about what, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left for Mexico. Gallardo couldn't get any contact on the near post. He was free. I don't know how that happens, but he was wide open at the near post. Oh, Bellingham. Control that, man. He's going back to his left foot. That was a tired pass there from Alvarado that time. Aguirre has put all his eggs in the Alvarado basket here and said Quinones is coming off. Madness. Milky Moo with one last command. Gallardo. Lira. Don't worry, it's going over to Alvarado again. I told you. Don't let him go to his left foot. Okay, he crossed with his right foot. Good lockdown. Ooh, that's cleared away by Bellingham, or no, Rogers, sorry. Bellingham couldn't get to that one. Here's Gutierrez. Alvarado has space, so he's going to give it to him. He's going to try to get back to his left foot. No, he doubled up, so he drops it back. Good pressing from Garden again. Or Garden has done that really well, just closing down space. Alvarado is free. Garden, get closer. I'm going to go back to him right foot. No, right foot cross. Jimenez. Oh, my word. Stones nearly put the ball in and won a goal. Yo. Yo, Stones. Anyhow, Stones scored that to the man. Yo, them could have never lived that down. So Rangel now up for the corner. Could this be the most dramatic goal in Azteca history? Let's see. Alvarado with the outswinger. It's high. Dan Burn is too tall. Raul blocked. Blocked again by Dan Burn. It should have been a handball, I think, but no call here. And this should be the last corner of the game. We've played almost 12 minutes of injury time of allotted 11. So let's see. This should be the last play, I think. I don't think Jimenez has come back onto the pitch at all. He looks like he's really seriously injured over there. In swinger, punched out by Pickford. And that will do it. England, the three lions. I call them the three kittens all the time. But I have to give them credit today. It was a tough performance to keep this lead against a Mexico team that I think the coach panicked a bit. He put on every single striker on the field, just went to one style of scoring a goal, took off some of the more creative players that could have maybe done something, inside within the lines and things like that. And he thought England might break. In the first half, England was struggling with the crosses for sure. But in that second half, they really stepped up defensively and did well. But England march on 3-2. So it will be Norway and England. I think that game will be at Hard Rock in Miami. That should be a great quarterfinal fixture. Bellingham, the man have an injury to his head. Stop being so, you see me? Rice, I don't know how you finish that the game there, because you there walk for about half fight. Dan Burn come on and clear some ball. The Mexican them a cry, but just feel like on losing the identity. I try to find the third goal and turn into this Route 1 Stoke City type of ball game. And that wasn't going to work. Yeah, man, England win. England gone through. Good game, both teams agree. Lot of respect to Drew. Yo, the man run forever in this game. The man can't tired. Best game so far for England. Can Norway take them? Absolutely, why not? Yeah, a lot of crying, a lot of crying. In front of the fans, they couldn't get it done. I don't think there should be any shame or anything, but I just feel like perhaps he did not trust the players that look more likely. I don't. For the life of me, your leading goal scorer come off. I know Quinones had been coming off every game, but the favoritism to Alvarado is kind of shocking. Yep, one CONCACAF team left. So USA will have Belgium tomorrow. Let's see. Football is a dirty girl sometimes. England won that game in 2 minutes. Yeah, at a third minute for the penalty. So England did it. They came to the Azteca, gave Mexico only their third competitive loss in like 90 games or something like that. Some madness like that. So the English will go to salute their fans that made a trek to Mexico City. Yeah, I think the whole football world, anybody not from USA will be voting for Belgium to get the win or cheering for Belgium to get the win. Quinones, go ask your manager why him take you off. Yes, sir. Go and ask him why him take you off. Good try, Mexico. Congrats, Jude and the Three Lions. Yeah. You have to give them. It was gutsy to pull it off because them kind of look dead to rights at 2-1 at times. And then when them give away the penalty, for make it 3-2, it just looked like, boy, there was only going to be one outcome after that. And they held it firm. So this was the stats on the day, 67-33. Expected goals, Mexico got up to 1.94 by the end. England at 1.55. 3 big chances to England. And guess what they did? Convert all of them. 2 big chances to Mexico. 20 shots to 6. So a big out shooting there by Mexico. 3 saves for Pickford, 2 for Rangel. 12 corners in the game for Mexico. Quite a bit there. They had over 200 attempted passes more than England. They had 2 more. England had 2 more tackles, 4 yellow cards and 4 yellow cards to England, 2 to Mexico, and of course the 1 red card. VAR check on the Kwanzaa tackle. Some people saying he got ball. I think it was a warranted red, to be honest. The force, the lunge before the slide. Yeah, if you don't connect the ball cleanly there and your foot not low, the run, the sprint, the lunge, and the contact, all those things together, I would say yes. In the modern era, 2026 football game, that's a red card. England, one time they hit the woodwork in the game. You see the percentage of time where the ball was during the game. You see where England was defending 44% of the match by the end of it in terms of the territory where the ball was. Little less in midfield and barely any in the defensive third of Mexico. Both teams were clinical with the big chances. They scored all of them. Mexico had almost 3 times the touches in the opposition box than England, and the entries were a big time edge towards Mexico, 77-37. Look at that, almost what 235 more accurate passes period on the day for Mexico. So a lot more possession, a lot more passes. But did they do enough with it? Clearly, with a 3-2 scoreline, the answer is no. At the end of the game, Mexico had a whopping 49 crosses attempted. That must be some kind of record or close to it in the World Cup in a knockout game. 49 crosses attempted. And I think 30 of those was Alvarado in the last 10 minutes. Ground duels and duels period, England had the advantage. Early in the game, they had the aerial disadvantage, but in the end, they did end up with one more duel completed in the air, which makes perfect sense due to the height. England with 49 clearances in the game. Wow. And Pickford in the end made 2 big saves that proved crucial, 5 punches. So he commanded the crosses pretty well for the most part. And it just was not enough to get over the line for Mexico. They fall again at the round of 16 to England, 3-2 in what was a very, very entertaining match. A little bit slow starting in terms of goals, but once that first one went in, it just felt like they kept flowing. So 5 goals total, 3 to England, 2 to Mexico. And in the end, Mexico fought hard, but had kept a clean sheet in 4 straight matches. The minute they concede some goals in a match, they are out of the World Cup. So no quarterfinal for them. Their fans did get to see them play 5 matches at this World Cup. But with the addition of the round of 32, they fall again at the round of 16. So when you look at the players, Jude Bellingham definitely deserves a shout. 2 goals, non-stop running, player of the match and SofaScore, and I think that's well warranted. Saka did well as well in his cameo, had to get sacrificed after the red card. Still, for me, not influencing the game quite enough overall. But if he can provide the moment like that cross, I think Tuchel will continue to start him on that right-hand side. Harry Kane got a goal and an assist in the end, one from the penalty spot, and did set Jude for one. And I think that that assist that he had was brilliant as well. I thought he was going to shoot. I think the goalie, the defenders, they all probably thought he was going to shoot. Everyone but Jude Bellingham. If you look back at that play, he does make an extra run just in case, and that in case did come through for him, and he tapped it in to make it 2. Anthony Gordon, I think, deserves another shout as well. Didn't have a goal or assist, but I think his work and work rate overall, as well as in the early part of the game, putting Sanchez under some pressure, just kind of making sure that he didn't get too involved going forward because he was afraid of what Anthony Gordon would bring back to the other way. As I said, Declan Rice played the whole game. It wasn't good for me. Not influential enough, not getting on the ball enough. Had 36 touches all game. I think Anderson played way less time, had 39 touches. So it wasn't really a touch game for England. To be fair, they didn't have much possession. But Rice is clearly not 100. It doesn't look so to me. So he survived. He played the whole game, got a yellow in the first minute and held it down, didn't get another one, which was good. But yeah, I think Declan will do good with a little bit of rest after this World Cup for sure. But England march on again. Pickford had a good game. Kept them in it early, not in it, but kept it scoreless early. 2 good saves from Jimenez headers. Jimenez was a good threat today, but just could not get one past him in the run of play. Did convert his penalty. I thought Roma and Mora didn't bring much to the table or enough to the table today. A lot of the subs that came on, have decent stats because they were on top at the time. But I think, yeah, overall, this wasn't good enough. I think Montez coming off at halftime, the coach will have to answer to that. What was the deal there? I think that second goal that England, or the goal that Mexico conceded after they scored a penalty, Alvarez should be dealing with that header. And Montez is so dominant on those type of plays. I just would think if he was in the pitch, that just gets cleared. It doesn't ricochet off of Kane and fall to Gordon, who can then run onto it and win the penalty. So everybody is a genius after the fact, but I would say that I was very, very surprised when I saw that change at halftime. It was almost like, well, Edson's my captain. I have to get him on somewhere. And with Lira playing decent, he didn't really want him there, clearly. But I don't know if that was the best move. They'll probably hear more about it later, like maybe Montez did have a knock or something, but I didn't love that change by the coach. And I thought it felt a bit panicked when he made this change and brought on the third striker for Quinones. They had enough bodies in the box. They have players running from midfield, adding to it. Alvarez is going to come up later in the game and just be like a striker. So I just didn't see the need to have Martinez, Jimenez, and Jimenez on the pitch at the same time. It was just, there's not enough space in that box to have space to do anything, right? And I just didn't love that change. I felt a bit like a panic. And again, I'm a genius because it happened already. But even when it happened, I was confused trying to figure out how it would work. Basically, all it did was give them only one flank to work with. And so Alvarado kept getting the ball and whipping in the same cross, the same cross, the same cross. And kudos to England for dealing with it almost every single time. So that's it, people, from Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. They could not get the job done today, and they are out of the World Cup. It's framing like Tiny Man could repeat this. Don't know if I'm confident about Killy. Ref did want Mexico win. You think so? Norway versus England, Conrad. That is it. Raul definitely at least wanted one of those chances back, man. Yeah. The first one, he couldn't do much better. That hit, that the stooping header that him score. But boy, the second one he never catch perfect, but it was a good try same way. Thought the comment said Jude got a yellow card and out of quarters. Not seeing that on sofa score. Really? Well, he would have had to have had a yellow card. Well, he didn't get a yellow card today. So I mean, I know he got one in the round before, and he would have been out if he did get one in the round before. I still give Cape Verde, Argentina the edge, to be honest. Referee face look vexed. Brazil done Neymar last the Joga Bonita football player. Yep. Yamal going to done a team tomorrow. Let's see. Or Yamal may get done up. You never know. You never know. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's up in the air how much you're gonna see me in the next couple of days. Julia and I traveling to North Carolina. She have ID camp for the South region. I have to get there tomorrow for training on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday training and matches and stuff. So a long travel day for me. I'm about 5-6 hours away from there. So we'll get going pretty early in the morning. As a matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm gonna get my bag sorted and stuff before I go to bed. And yeah, I just don't know how feasible it's gonna be. I know I won't be able to do live streams because I'll be at the field most of the day. If anything, of course, I'll have my devices with me, so I'll be watching, offsite, and while I'm waiting for games to start and whatnot, I'll be still watching the games. But as far as going live for matches and things like that, that probably will not happen until I get back. I won't be coming back until Thursday. So for the next few days, of course, we have the round of 16 to finish. So we have 2 more matches tomorrow, as well as 2 more on Tuesday. So tomorrow is Portugal, Spain at 3, and the USA, Belgium at 8, which I should be actually there by then. So that's good. I'll be able to not be in the car for that one. But that Portugal, Spain one will be listened to for the most part. Can't really watch it while I'm driving. and I'll watch it back when I, get somewhere. And then Argentina, Egypt at 12. That's actually a good time. It's about 30 minutes or so after. Well, actually, it's not the best time. It's about right when Julie practice finished on Tuesday. Um, so I'll watch that game somewhere. And then 4 o'clock is actually a good time because I believe her game that evening is at 7:30. So, like I said, I won't be able to go live or anything like that while I'm gone, but maybe what I'll do is drop some shorts about my thoughts about games, if there's any kind of crazy decision or anything, or just period. Drop some shorter version videos if I can't go live. But don't really know what it will be like because I'm really going to stay with some family. Just looked up and they're really close to where Julie's training camp is. So yeah, we're just gonna stay there and um give thanks that there was an opportunity to do that honestly, because I don't have to worry about no hotel and them things. So yeah, man, locked out in that regard, and we head out tomorrow. So I'm gonna get going and get myself together. Have some packing to do, and yeah, until next time, people. See about 30 are in the building. Greatly appreciate all the people that are tuned in at the moment. Crazy, crazy, crazy day of football today. Brazil gone home, Mexico gone home. So a couple of the quarterfinals set already. Of course, we have um, Norway and England on one side of the bracket, and on the other side we have France and Morocco, and of course tomorrow Portugal, Spain, USA, Belgium. Let's see if the bending of the rules in USA's favor actually get them over the line tomorrow, or Belgium say it doesn't matter who is not suspended or who is playing, we are just going to beat you up. I have gone for a Spain win and a USA win. I think Spain win that game probably 2-1 or maybe even 2-0. But I'll say 2-1 Spain, and then actually 3-1 Spain, sorry. And then USA Belgium, I am going for a 2-2. I'll go for a 3-2 USA. Good game. Another good game. I think after saying you're gonna be honest, you're gonna say it's coming home. Not this time. Good luck to you guys. Hope she does brilliantly. Yeah, thanks. Making of a star baller. Hey, we're trying. You start traveling now, your data games. Yeah, absolutely. Julie, like, well, this season coming up is gonna be even more because like some of the teams in the division will play as far as like South Carolina, North Carolina, and places. So the traveling ton up the area. I play ECNL, which is a lot more, wider range of teams. It's basically like the whole freaking East Coast, just about. Yeah, man, that is it, man. I forgot drop Julie Instagram too. Pretty sure that is her Instagram handle. So yo, I'm gonna give her a follow. I'm gonna drop all the video and the picture them that them place there, I'm going to build up our social media. England currently drafting the letter to undo the card today. Yeah, exactly. I said I had one when Kwanzaa was walking to the tunnel. The FA was writing the email already. Please, Belgium, I don't rate you, but please dump out the USA. Yeah, I kind of wish it wasn't Belgium because I don't really like Belgium like that. Like they piss me off because I had hopes for them in so many World Cups before this. So them not treat me this time. Your bad prayer's gonna get trumped. Anyway, people, I would love to stay and reason some more football, but like I said, man's got to get his life together before we hit the road tomorrow. So big up, big up, big up, big up, maximum respect to each and every one of you lot. Another great game of football. This World Cup has not disappointed with the matches. Brazil gone home today, so Jamaica will have a much quieter World Cup from now on. And of course, just watched it. Mexico falling in the Azteca for only the third time in the history of the stadium in a competitive match to England 3-2 in this classic, instant classic again. It seems like we keep saying that time and time again, but big up, big up, big up, big up, and thanks again. And yeah, man, Conrad, I will always try to take all kind of videos and pics, even though I always find myself upset that I didn't take more. In the moment, I'm too busy just watching to film. You understand? But I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So that's the plan for this week. I have to remember to take my little stand thing for my phone because it helps a lot to get better video than me just holding it like this. So yeah, I need to remember to bring that leveler thing that keeps it kind of, you know. Yeah, I need to remember to bring that. Thank you for talking about this. Yeah, man. Big up, big up, big up, CK. Upful Jagans. Everybody else, respect and thanks so much. 4 of the quarterfinals are, well, sorry, 2 of the quarterfinals are set. And we can't wait for them. France, Morocco, and Norway versus England on opposite sides of the bracket. So we'll find out tomorrow who will be facing the winner of France, Morocco. Will it be Portugal or Spain in one game, or will it be USA or Belgium in the other game? So we can't wait to see that, people. And like I said, travel day for me. If it works out, I'll forward with a live nightly if I can. More than likely, though, just due to the setup, I think Julie and I will probably be in the same room. So, you know, I don't want to be too loud and things when she's trying to sleep. So, if anything, I'll record something or just go drop a couple shorts about my thoughts about the games or something. Just look out for the content support, just like you always do. Engage in the comment section if it is a recorded video. And yeah, just look out for the content that way. All right, people. So remember those bell notifications. Subscribe, like, share. Respect again to my brethren Kezi for dropping the $9.99 super chat. We greatly appreciate it. And the rest of you lot, thanks so much for the likes, so much for the shares, and any new subscriber that I gained, stick around. It gets more fun. Peace. Big up on yourselves. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And until next time, people, we're out.